Hello, ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems, and everybody else on the spectrum. Much love to everybody across the board in the LGBTQIA+ community. How are you guys doing? My name is Piercing R6, and welcome to Flare Gaming League. Tonight, we have a BO2. This is for point standing. Zomblers versus UWPL, which, correct me if I'm mistaken, but I do believe they stand for University of West Platteville, which is actually not a university I have heard of before. But this is a chance for them to put that name out there in the Siege community, or maybe not. Perhaps they already have. Who's to say? But as far as my perspective is concerned, I don't really know who they are. And hopefully I'll get to know them, at least for tonight. Hope everyone's having a good day. And I mean, how couldn't you? It's a Friday, the weekend's on. Hell yeah, we love to see it. I mean, I know I'm stoked. I mean, I got 2 cookies from my coworkers, and that already told me it was going to be a fucking great weekend. And it's actually my first weekend I've had off in 2 weeks, because last weekend I had drill, and I didn't even get a Friday off either. I didn't get to relax at that time because I had a mood of 6, which means I had drill on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Not fun stuff. We're still waiting for University of West Platteville to get on to get their players in before we can start. But a little bit of background information for the matches that we are playing tonight. The maps will be Villa and Oregon. University of Western Platteville will be on attack for the first map, and Zomblers attacks on the second map. So yeah, once again, it is a BO2. It is for standing, so there are no eliminations. As far as I know, this is just a regular stage. You'll have to stay tuned on Flare Gaming League, which, if you'd like the link to that Discord, use a command !league for that information, and information about other leagues that I cast for as well, if you're interested in expanding your competitive horizons. And we have a few other leagues in our sponsor as well, but I do not have the Discord information for some of those, as they are not quite prepared. For example, Team Valor, they are in fact coming up with a league, but they're not ready to go yet. So I'll have more information about casting for them as that develops, if it does. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, just give us a moment to get University of... what was it again? I'm gonna screw this up. I'm sorry to everyone who's written for University of West Platteville, but I'm going to screw this up a lot, respectfully. But yeah, we've only got 2 of them in so far, so it'll be just a minute, hopefully. Hopefully. I kind of gambled on starting it and not pushing back the timer, but I don't really like to continue to push it back. You know, when I set a time to start, I set a time to start. And honestly, worst case scenario, I'll just BS a little bit. You know, it is what it is. I'm not going to stress about it. There's no point. See if we can get a little poll going in here while we're at it. Give me just 1 second. Get that going for you guys. See who everyone is really rooting for in this league, or in tonight's matches. Let's figure that out real quick. Man, I hope they get in here soon. Still not in quite yet. Oh, it's Wisconsin Platteville. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. I would have never guessed that. Alright, we got 1 more in. Waiting for 2 more, and we'll be ready to go. Poll is almost up. You'll see it before I say it, so. How did you spell it? Wisconsin Platteville. Okay, there's 2 T's. Gotcha. Alright, and the poll is up. Zomblers versus University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Go ahead and put in your points for who you think is going to win. You can put in multiple votes as well, by the way. And if you feel like it, you can go ahead and throw away your channel points, because I know some of y'all have a lot of channel points stored up and are waiting for me to do an event where we got a bunch of channel points rolling. So, you know, if you want to dump some of your channel points so I don't have to suffer as much, that would be awesome, you know. But that's up to you, you know, if you feel like being generous and dumping your points into nothing. That would be greatly appreciated. Saves me a lot of the struggle. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on with these other other two players. Hey, not trying to rush you guys, but where are the other two players?
Pretty sure they'll be here like 5. I'm not sure right now.
Alright. Well, they about to bowl themselves out of siege because Zomblers wins this. Damn. Okay, you know what? You got me there. That's a banger. That's a banger response. Oh, it's Merlito. Wait, are you not in this game? Shit, that was a hell of a response. I mean, maybe so. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if that actually happens tonight. Hey, who knows? They could go absolutely ballistic tonight. It's very possible. I'm not gonna put against that happening. Wow, so far everybody has voted for Zomblers. Do we have even one person that thinks Western Platteville is gonna take this? Anybody?
Yeah, they're joining up like right now.
Sounds good, thank you. Any takers? You're all good, no worries. Not a single person is gonna take on Western Platteville. I mean, hey, that's free channel points. You can put in just 100, and you're gonna get almost 1,000, right? If somehow Zomblers doesn't win this, holy shit, 27 votes for Zomblers. That is 2,700 channel points if you vote for Western Platteville. Even if you don't think they're gonna win, it's possible. It could happen. Come on, we gotta give this team props. We don't know who they are. They could be cracked out of their mind. One vote, ladies and gentlemen. Just one. But I mean, hey, if everyone wants to dog on Zomblers, I'm not gonna stop you. By any means. By the way, this vote is for the first match, not for both matches. This will be just for the first one. You know, I'm gonna have to load myself a little bit of mac and cheese. I'm sorry, folks, but this food just looks too bussin', and the wait time is getting it's getting to me, you know? I appreciate you spotting the desk. It seriously took me too much effort to get all the HUD and elements off to make that work. I fucking love Velveeta mac and cheese. Are you kidding me? So, how's Hogwarts Legacy? I'm sure many of you have had a great time with that game. Or just during its shitfest in Twitter. I really don't care either way. Honestly. I watched It's a Gundam's video about it. About how people are still freaking out over it. And I just thought that was funny. Like, I'm not trying to get political or anything stupid like that. I just think it's funny how, you know, it's still going on, right? The games have been out for, what, several weeks now? And people are still flipping out about it? I don't know. I think it's a little funny. So, what are your thoughts about it? Obviously, don't go getting into whole fucking arguments about it, but, you know, I just think it's a little bit entertaining, you know? Go on Twitter a little bit and just see a bit of that spice in my feed. However, with that being said, it looks like Zomblers is ready. UWPL is in. And now we're going to see if they are quite ready yet. I haven't gotten a response from them, but if they are, holy shit. Merlado put 2,000 into that fucking poll. Oh, did the poll just end? Okay. I think I may have fucked up the poll. I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you. But yeah, Evo 0 from Zomblers is ready to go. Waiting for the response from... Yeah, I think I fucked this up. Whoops. I think you guys just dumped channel points into the stream. I'm gonna keep it $1.50. But anyway, with that being said, in my incompetency when it comes to managing streams, we are now ready to go for the first match. So, here we go. Good luck and have fun, everybody. And here we go. First match. Let's get it. Frosty Games didn't hear what you said. Oh well. Too bad. Alright, with the being on Villa bans, we already know Flores is going to be gone. We might see a Cade ban. We know Nox is probably going to be off the board. That basement lurk is just too obnoxious to deal with. And we will probably... Oh my... Sorry, my notifications are not off and my dad just called. And I am literally casting right now. Whoopsie. And yes, I do have my alarm as my ringtone. I'll tell you that story later on. But we will actually see Zomblers go out with Thatcher for the first ban. Gotta admit, a little bit of a weak ban, but a pretty standard ban. So I'll give it that. Same thing with UWPL going for Jackal as well. Are we just gonna see the bare bones basics here? What's next? Are we gonna see a Cade and who's the other like Valkyrie? No, you know, somewhat bigger brain bans. Okay, there we go. We got Zombie off, but honestly, she's been banned like crazy. So, can you really say that's not just like a common ban at this point? I really can't say. Really can't. However, Zomblers will ban Solus, so it looks like they're gonna be going for a more direct approach, as Solus can cause a lot of problems from below, especially when you got Nitro stacked up below. You got Valkyrie, Mozzie, a heavy presence below. It can cause a lot of problems. Sorry, I'm really hungry. Alright, looks like Zomblers is going to be starting out AV games. We're seeing a lot of standard setup so far. Nothing too special. Although I do like that Robo 71 is going on to Capital. I will say this again. I'll say this a million times. I'll say this until the end of time. Capital is such an underrated operator. Every time I see him brought out, he makes big impact. I mean, he's got 2 smokes. He's got 2 burnouts. Basically 2 Goyos, right? Deployable Goyos, right? He's got a Para, or the Para 208, I believe it's called, which has no recoil. Such a powerful loadout, right? And he has hard breach charges, and yet no one still plays him. Like, I can't agree with that, you know? Alright. Not looking like we're going to see any kind of a spawn peak for this round with Fox and Nuke. I'm going to be over on the Trophy and Astro Extension. And with UWPL going for what looks to be... Did anyone else see that? Okay, he is running along the walls. Thought that was a bug. Frosty Games going to be hold... Oh my gosh, Robo71 actually getting the first pick already off of Study. Evo 0 playing very aggressively in Study. And it is going to backfire hardcore. Look how UWPL is coming back, is going to be coming in swinging hard, as they're already making their push into Study with a 1-man advantage. Bubba on the case as well to get that wall open soon, and it's already coming in, but does have the potential to get shot out but it's not. That wall, oh yeah, it's gonna get stopped by Pan over in Aviator. So UWPL is gonna have to put in a little bit more work if they want to get that wall open. But here comes Pan pushing up to the door, possibly trying to get a little bit aggressive there. However, Lockdown's going to rotate over to Study side, so Pan will be able to keep that aggression up by the door, which he will. So far, we're not seeing too much from outside of that. However, Zero is pushing up on 90, is going to get hit, trying to put a hard breach down, but it does actually go through despite that. The push up from Nuke ZB onto 90, take one. Gonna take some heavy damage over by top main stairs, but is still alive so far. However, the wall now getting opened by Bubba, who is holding over by Study. Lockdown over onto Terrace, gonna rotate over to Rendezvous. And the smoke's coming in from Robo. He's trying to make his way up, but Nuke will push down main and catch Robo as his utility's still out. Caught in the corner, but still up, and that's what matters with the gunny up too. 55 seconds left, and Bubba and Lockdown are still funneled over by Study. Lockdown gonna take a bit of damage. They are holding their angles, but they're not getting any picks out of this. Keep in mind, the Zomblers still has 2 nitros on the board, Fox and Pan. They can do a lot of damage here if they really want to, but seems that they're gonna hold on to it for the post plant. However, Fox has used one and is gonna get caught by Bubba. Almost a second pick, but Nuke will shut that down. And the push up from Lockdown, but Nuke ZB will take that as well, leading to Zomblers getting their first round. And I see that is correct with a sub prime. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. You are the realest. And now we move on to Trophy and Statuary after Zomblers picks up their second round. A clean round too, I might add, with a significant man advantage towards the end. So far, very standard setup, very standard, nothing too out of the parks at the moment. However, I gotta admit, Frosty Games, I don't know what that was, putting a hard breach on the wall when you don't have 90 cleared. Maybe it was bad intel. I don't know, but yeah, maybe let's not do that again. I don't know. Maybe there's something galaxy brain happening there that I just can't understand, but I'm not seeing it respectfully. But Nuke ZB getting a 4K really held his ground there over in main, shutting down that Study push and the push up from Robo71 bottom main. And I believe he also caught Frosty Games to try to put that hard breach charge on the wall as well. I mean, high impact picks as well. All up to him to effectively bring down the entire push to nothing. Lockdown now on the Cabby as well. Always a good pick when you want to, you know, help clear out, roam clear. But with what I'm seeing right now, it looks like Fox and Nuke are both playing over in main and game side. A lot of intel coming out, and House is already taking one onto Dekebi. Was that from the window? Yes, it is. Actually, I don't know where that was from. I can't believe they got to pick that early on, but that's going to be Lockdown out, and that's going to be a lot of cams and potential cams and roam clear that's completely out. That's not what you want. We see a lot of gunfights coming out from the Study side extension, but Nuke and Fox are holding it down right now with a lot of struggle to get these guys cleared out. We have a lot of presence here that can help, but none of the impact needed. Frosty Games going to take heavy damage from the 90. Going to try to take that gunfight despite not winning out before on a hard breach, and is still going to lose that and will get taken down. The Lion Scan coming in from Murray, but everyone is holding their ground over on Zomblers, and Evo Zero will still be able to take Robo despite the Lion Call as it expires. And now with 1 minute 25 seconds, UWPL only has 2 people, and it seems that they're kind of split right now, with Murray trying to make his way up red, Bubba trying to make his way up main. This isn't looking too good, especially with Zomblers having multiple below with Evo Zero and Pan. We're going to see some shots coming in onto Evo Zero. Shots are not going to connect. Almost takes a pre-fire, but is aiming a little bit too high. And now is having to fight his way up from basement with 50 seconds left. and is still gonna get taken by Evo Zero from the pantry flank downstairs. And now it's up to Bubba to make something happen here, but there's a long ways to go. So if this is, you're gonna do something, you have to do this now. There's really not a lot of options for you. Free flash is still available. Nomad charge is still available. There's a way to lock this up, but is that gonna be taken? Right now, Bubba playing very paranoid, watching for the flanks, but in all the wrong spots, as we see Pan just slowly creeping up red, now holding the shotgun. Bubba's gonna have to fight just to get out of that room, but instead, there comes the push, but Fox will take Bubba, and Bubba will actually be able to get one pick. So, I mean, there's something for padding the KD, but that's not really gonna win you rounds now, is it? And now Zomblers is gonna be moving on to Dining and Kitchen, as they are pretty much on a continual streak. This isn't even really momentum. UWPL just needs to be able to get any kind of pressure onto Zomblers. They are just able to run around as they please, and UWPL is not really doing anything to make any sort of progress. In fact, Zomblers is taking multiple man advantage, and then just running away from site, or running back to site. And there's no punishment. There's no setup because the damage is already done by the time UWPL even gets in the building. I mean, we saw Lockdown getting eliminated before the round, or really before she could even try to clear the windows from outside. And I believe that pick was from Evo Zero from Zomblers. It's going to be a tough situation if they want to start getting rounds, because the first step is entering the building without losing too many lives, and then the second is to either push them back or catch them on the rotate back or get a setup, because right now there has been really no setup. We did see a breach from, I believe that was Bubba on the first round, but too little, too late, as Nuke shut that down entirely. And we'll even see a living room extension from Evo Zero and houses as well, interestingly enough. And not too much as far as setup to fit and physically stop someone walking into the site, which is a little bit scary. We do have Nuke throwing out his first nitro out to the window, not going to catch anybody. And UWPL now looking to get that pantry wall open. The first charge going in, but is going to get popped by Nuke, still holding by the window. And actually, I'm sorry, it's going to be Murray the Dolphin going to try to get one from the window. And that's going to be Nuke, but Nuke is playing this pretty well, focusing only on getting that ace wall denial. There comes the first Akebi call as Bubba walks in. And here's the thing, though. There's no one above at the moment, so they can get the vert, and there comes Lockdown trying to get that impact in. But keep in mind, the Pan still has a nitro and could catch one. There goes the nitro, but it is gonna down Lockdown. However, he's still up. He can be res, and here comes Robo71 to do just that. Frosty Games taking Fox, looking to take another as Zomblers is overextended in basement with Nuke. Here comes the swing. Nuke taking serious damage. Still up. Frosty Games just not able to connect that headshot. Looking to move up. Almost gets pistol whipped by Nuke. But Frosty Games is having none of that with the F2 going burr. However, gets caught from the hatch from houses. Bubba taking Evo Zero and Pan as well. And now it's down to a 2v3. UWPL is actually at the man advantage right now. They have a good opportunity to win this if they play with each other right now. However, they're kind of split at the moment. But with Lockdown now having control of sites, they can go for a plant, but houses will take down Robo, and Pan taking Lockdown as well from the holes. I mean, he had Pika's advantage, but just didn't know where Pan is. And now it is up to Murray to get a plant and make something happen here. He knows where Pan is, but has no idea where houses is. He knows it's somewhere off site, but that could prove disastrous. The plant now going down. The peak from houses actually going to go on cams, but the plant will actually go through, and now he's going to rotate over to Laundry, looking to catch one through the feet holes. But I don't think that's going to be that easy to fool for Zomblers, but Houses will actually get caught by that. And now we see the defuse. Is it going to be real? Is he going to stick this? Swings around, and Murray the Dolphin will knock Pan out. And that will be their first round. The ace charge suppressing his movement as he sprints right in. Getting that vert was huge for UWPL in winning that round. It forced Zomblers to extend where they got caught from Twitch from Robo in basement, and it gave an opening for, or I'm sorry, not Robo 71, Frosty Games from basement, and it gave an opening for Murray the Dolphin and Robo 71 to push up onto site. Man, I'm getting these names wrong. Who was Sledge that round? Whoever Sledge was gave him and Murray the Dolphin the opportunity to walk in, get a plant in, even though granted Sledge did die. That didn't really matter as Zomblers was holding way far out to really contest that plant. I mean, playing it passive is not a bad idea, but if you know that they're going to be over in laundry side for the last one, you don't want to be that far out. You can't physically deny the plant. We even saw it. House is trying to watch for the diffuser, but couldn't, as you can't see it due to the box blocking where he was planting. And they did win that first round. Now on to round four with Zomblers back onto first floor, which is interesting as they do have bar and game open once again. But guess they're gonna be saving it, and as they want to redo it, as they just ran that round. We're gonna see a similar setup with mute jammers, feed holes, Goyos over by deep in laundry, but nothing when it really comes to physically blocking them from entering. Not even a Malusi this time. Interesting. And it looks like UWPL, instead of going for the same vert they had before, they're going to be going for a study side extension, which I find quite interesting. Drone is going to spot Evo 0 from the 90 and is going to start to fall back. Fox and pretty much all of Zomblers holding that extension into over into basement, living room, and Astro, but that's not where UWPL is pushing from as they look to get that second floor control again, which they're going to effectively get for free, but Nuke will take one from basement stairs, lurking there again, and the Kebby call coming in, but nothing connecting yet. However, Houses will take one, lockdown, getting Evo 0, and now it is down to a 4v3. UWPL has vert, but at a cost, as they are now at a one-person disadvantage, and your hard breach is gone, and with no secondary hard breaches devices, this is not going to be exactly what you consider an ideal situation for them by any means. So far, despite having vert control, with Robo 71 being over in stature, actually, now there comes the breach charges finally as they try to get some vert in and possibly catch some Zomblers to get to even out the numbers. However, despite that, lockdowns having taken heavy damage has not successfully caught anyone yet, and it's now down to 50 seconds. They're gonna have to start moving soon. Pan throwing his nitro, not gonna connect onto anybody, but Fox still has one who is holding over in main hallway with Nuke. Time's running out. You gotta start making that push, and keep in mind the hatch is fully reinforced, so they cannot drop that like they did last round with 30 seconds left. They gotta make a move. Lockdown gonna take Pan, but they still haven't actually entered the site yet. But here's the thing, there's no one in sight at the moment. If they want to walk in, they absolutely can. Kebby Call's coming in to spot them. 2 picks from Fox and Houses, and now it's down to Bubba, who takes one. And they don't have diffuser, and Nuke will take Bubba as well. And that is going to be Zomblers winning that round as Bubba, Bubba was forced to take that gunfight as they did not have diffuser. For a second, I was a little bit confused there. I was like, why are they pushing there? But they didn't have diffuser. And when you lose diffuser in a room that is completely separate from site and a part of the extension, well, that's where things can get really messy for you. I mean, they even got vert, but lost it to a man advantage, or went into it with a man disadvantage, even though that's not really where Zomblers was playing. So definitely some mishaps there. unfortunately for UWPL. But Zomblers adapting and playing so heavily around Diffuser was paramount to winning that round. A good adaptation from a team with such a behemoth organization backing them up. And now we see them going over to Avian Games with a Mira for the first time on Zomblers' side, looking over to Study, and another one looking over to Study as well from Bar Games, you know what I mean. It's going to be really helpful for contesting Study side, as that's what UWPL likes to do. And it looks like they're going to do exactly that again, as they're all Study side at the moment. We do have one that is not Study side, and that is going to be... Oh, never mind. I was going to say Lockdown, but looks like that was a wrong spawn as he makes his way over there. And they're going to be in for a rude awakening when they see the Mira right in their face. And keep in mind, UWPL has no smokes. They have 3 sets of flashes from Lockdown, who has, I believe, more than once died early on in the round. And Evo Zero going to take one. Nuke taking another as well from below. They can't even get in first floor, and they're already at a 2-person disadvantage. But Lockdown is still up, taking damage, and will get killed as well from the holes on the wall. An angle I have never really seen before. I'm gonna have to keep that for myself. That's a nice little angle on defense. Murray the Dolphin gonna take one, but Nuke ZB trying to get aggressive to finish this round out before they can get momentum is not gonna be able to do so with a little bit of chip damage. Not looking too good, as now there's really no way to contest the Miras. They're gonna have to rotate, which they do, as Murray the Dolphin is already in living room at the moment. Or I'm sorry, Memorial. Now in Memorial, however, Pan is going to be over by Red Stairs, ready to catch him, knows that there is one down there potentially, and will actually throw out a canister to stall that time out even further, forcing Murray and Bubba to rendezvous at a rotate even further out, which stalls yet even more time. Or they could try to rotate up main, but either way, unless they push through red, they're going to be wasting a lot of time on that rotate. And Zomblers playing this smart, not throwing away lives. They're all pretty much anchoring around site at the moment. Even popping their Miras. Because screw it, we don't need the Miras at this point. And I will give UWPL credit. They are playing this really safe to make sure they don't lose another person. But unfortunately, you don't really have that time to play like that at this point. And Evo Zero are going to be castling off site as well, so they can't even get a chance to enter. They know they're going to be pushing from north side, considering the long rotates, and are going to just spam their utility, so they can't even get a chance to walk in. However, the ace charge coming in to help open off that castle, and now the push from 90 comes, almost catches Evo Zero, not quite, and the house's book swing will take Muri, and now it's up to Bubba to make something happen, but with 13 seconds left, I don't see much. Oh, gets a nice shot onto Evo Zero. An expected pick with a nice quick peek, but is not going to expect Pan pushed all the way up to the double. And that will be the 4th round for Zomblers. There's really not a lot you can do there when you lose 3 people on the initial entry. There's really just not a lot that you can do there. That's just a bad situation all around. Especially when you lost your only flashes, your only piece of utility that can deny the mirror, or can really block off a line of sight from the Miras, or at least effectively counter them. And on top of that, you know, you're just at a serious man disadvantage before you even walk in the building. I'm telling you, UWPL, they need to lock down their positionings prior to their initial entry, because every time they even try to walk in, it doesn't matter if it's close to site, off site, contesting an extension, vertical, below, they always seem to just get caught by Zomblers playing in just the right spot, you know, at an off angle that UWPL just isn't ready for.
10 seconds left.
Maybe they're just not running enough. I don't know. But regardless, their initial entry has not been good. And it's costing them. They're now at a 3-round disadvantage. But props to Zomblers for not really throwing away rounds. Whenever they get this advantage, they always fall back onto site and lock it up. That's what you call discipline, in my opinion. We will see Houses and Fox over on their AV Games extension again. And we have Frosty on the OSA for the first time. Could be a lot of potential to give them that initial push that they need. Not going to catch anyone so far, especially with Malusi over in AV. Frosty Games aiming at the hips, trying to get some nut shots in, but that's unfortunately not going to get you a whole lot of kills there, but it could be a perspective issue. Despite that, Pan will actually catch Lockdown, trying to slowly creep up from Pantry. Still going to hold down from below with their whole setup with Castle, and Frosty Games will actually catch Fox getting overly aggressive into AV, and there is your initial entry that they have been needing oh so badly. Excuse me. Now bringing it to a 4v4 with multiple in the building. This is a completely different turn of situation than what we have seen up to this point. They have opportunity to do damage, but keep in mind, everyone is split right now. Murray is kind of going on her own in living room. Frosty on her own in red. Robo droning for Frosty, I'll give him that, but has no refrag in case she loses the gunfight. And Bubba over in 90. Everyone is so split right now, except for maybe Robo and Frosty, who are now pushing up together. But I mean, that's going to possibly cost them more rounds, because it's been shown the Zomblers can win their gunfights, no problem. However, Frosty is over on site, but is going to get downed by the shield. Not going to be able to use that as sufficient cover. Bubba going to take one nuke, getting another, and that's actually going to be Robo taking nuke as well. And that's going to be a man advantage if they can get this revive off. Bubba on the way over to help as well. We're looking at a 2v3 situation, which is not too bad. The nade coming in to clear out Master is going to be huge, and the shield's still up, but Houses will take Frosty, trying to push up from Trophy, and now we have a 2v2. Still winnable. Ooh, almost catching a headshot, and now Robo going for the plant. Evo Zero looking to run up to deny this plant, is actually going to get it, as Sledge cannot take that pick. Bubba will get Evo Zero, but with 18 seconds left, he's got to get a plant to make something happen soon. He does have a nade, which can help him win around. He's going to throw a nade at his own shield, possibly use that to bait for sound. Going to push up over to Trophy, and he's going to spot Frost and gets that pick, as Frost has no idea he's pushed up, using the nade as a sound cover. I love that they are using it like that. I believe Zomblers and UWPL have both done that, using, no, actually it was UWPL, with Frosty Games using the ace charge to swing around and win. When it comes to getting onto site and getting that plant down, UWPL knows just what to do to make that happen, make it work. When they're on an even playing field, they win those rounds. But the problem is getting there. And that's what UWPL has struggled with on their attack. But when they do get in, boy, are they set. Picking up 2 rounds. Every time they were in a plant/post-plant situation with the clock ticking down, they win it. They won it on first floor. They won it when they got over to a statuary trophy. That is how you want to do it. But Zomblers has done such a good job on being disciplined when they get that man advantage, and being disciplined in, you know, playing off of their aggressive picks. They win their gunfights. They know their aim. They play confidently. They don't get stupid in a lot of these cases, as you see a lot of aggressive teams do. So a lot of props, and props to UWPL for still being able to pick up 2 rounds despite dealing with a lot of what could be potentially demoralizing rounds. However, I do spot a blitz. Wonder how long it'll take for Zomblers, or I'm sorry, for UWPL to figure that one out. Are we going to see a rush? Holy shoot, we are. The Lions gang coming in, but they're going to be stopped by a castle. Uh-oh. What are you going to do there? Does Zomblers know that they're doing a rush? I don't think so, as Nuke is going to get a pick. 2 picks. It's just into sight. Are you kidding me? Going to push that head high hole. Takes a triple kill. We do see Fox down, but it doesn't matter. They're on site. And Pan gets another as well. And now Frosty Games, all the way in Piano, is wondering what the hell is going on and what the hell do I do? And the answer? I don't know, because the Blitz just planted the bomb. You heard me right. The Blitz planted the bomb, and Frosty Games will take Nuke. Now bring it to a 4v1. If they get too aggressive, they can win this, but the flash comes in from Evo Zero, and the pistol whip finishes him off. Zomblers pulling out a lot of new stuff for me. I don't remember the last time that I've seen a Blitz of all ops planting after a rush. I mean, it makes sense. He's got a shield. He's got cover. But I mean, I don't see him that often. Maybe more like a Monty but no. They just went balls to the wall straight in and picked up a fast-paced round there. That is absolutely insane. A little bit shaken by what happened last round. UWPL is now going to go second floor. I do give them props for going first floor to try to throw off Zomblers' momentum. But the call for a rush, especially a rush like that, where if you got your gunny up, you can get away with it for free in a lot of cases. That was a good callback to shut down that attempt of destroying momentum and allowing UWPL to sink in off of the round they recently gained. And that's going to put Zomblers at a 3-round advantage. UWPL is going to have to put a lot of work in if they want to win more, if they want to possibly win this out, or at least bring it over to overtime. Because Zomblers only has to win 1 round and they're going to overtime. And UWPL has to win 4. That's not a good situation. And we see a lot of presence from Zomblers over in Statuary. They could do a similar style aggressive push in. But with lockdown on the shoddy, that's going to be quite difficult to deal with. And with the mute jammers as well. He's got a lot of utility to cover him over in closet. The drone going to spot him. You got a mute jammer there. You didn't have to do that. And now they know there's one in closet. And look at all the movement. And here comes a Rotero drone. It's not going to be long until he gets flushed out. But the Rotero does get jammed from closet. And here comes the Lion scan. The EMP to try to flush him out. But we do have a mirror over in Master to help as well. Murray is in a very tight position, or I'm sorry, Lockdown's in a very tight position, but is going to get killed by Fox, who is going to jump in from the window before UWPL can adapt to shut that down. And that is going to be a good opportunity to run in, which we will see Fox do absolutely just that. Walls getting open, breaking to ace. Frosty Games taking 1 from the mirror, and Murray the Dolphin's gonna take serious damage from the window, but is still alive. The nade almost catching him, and Fox is pushed all the way up into Astro. Now has that of control. This is not a good situation for UWPL, and he's gonna take Bubba as well. Despite not even watching that, Bubba just not able to finish that gunfight off. It takes a 4th kill on the Robo, a nasty headshot. But unfortunately, House is gonna take away that ace. Give my man the ace. What an insane series of shots. Good lord. Fox is an absolute gunner, taking all of the essential control and taking the initiation where it was so critical in getting them the first steps into being in that room. If UWPL had just 1 nitro, who knows how that round could have played differently. But they didn't. Or at least, it didn't have any impact. And now, Zomblers is at match point. UWPL has to win 4 rounds in a row to even have a chance at winning this. It's not looking good for them. Zomblers are on a tear. In fact, such a tear that not a single one of them has a negative KD, with Evo 065, Nukes 12-4, House is 9-3, Fox 9-5, and Pan 5-3. Not a single person has a negative KD. But despite that, on UWPL, Bubba is trying his best to hold down the grounds to carry them into overtime, as he is currently 8-7, the only positive on their team. Now, KD does not really matter that much, but I just want to point out how everyone on Zomblers, even their supports, is, you know, getting those picks and playing their parts. That's what I really want to kind of spotlight there, is all their teammates, stat-wise, are really glowing up. No, there's no single person carrying everything out, as you often see in a lot of these lower tier teams. However, despite what happened last round, Lockdown's going to hold the exact same thing, and it's going to get spotted. Zomblers is just going to do the exact same thing, but even faster. Lockdown does have a Nitro, so he could throw one out at the right time to get a huge pick, but is not, and now the ace wall is going to block off Lockdown. It's going to actually open up a line side with a nade and a flash, along with Evo Zero taking Lockdown. And that's just going to be an even faster take for them as the line scan comes in. And they're pretty much ready to just walk in. But Houses does get down from all the way in closet. Robo taking one, downing another. But the Claymore from the drone hole. Oh no. And that is going to be a 4v3 for UWPL. That Claymore doing all the work in getting rid of Robo, who was about to go ballistic there. I mean, taking one, downing another, but we do see Houses is back up, and that's going to be unfortunate. And now the ace charge coming in, and that's going to put Frosted Games, or I'm sorry, Murray the Dolphin on a bit of a spot. Going to catch Nuke over in closet, going to take one, and there comes the Lion Scan. It's now a 3v3. This is very winnable as Murray the Dolphin, playing very well, takes Pan out as well. Now it's a 2v3. Pubba taking some damage over from Master, but is still up. It is 1 minute 15. Time is still looking good for Zomblers, but they're at a man disadvantage with Houses looking very low HP. All it takes a little bit of pre-fire and be down, and Bubba's going to take Evo Zero, and now it's up to Houses to clear out this match if he can. But considering where he's positioned right now, it's going to be a little bit harder. He will catch Murray the Dolphin finally, but does not get Frosty Games, who is pushed up from the desk over to bathroom. That is going to be their third round. If they can continue to play like that and keep momentum, it is very easy for them to get into overtime. However, no timeouts have been used, so if Zomblers times this right, calls a timeout, and switches up their plays, it can be very easy for them to shut this down and win this out. Because right now, it's just a matter of ticking down the time. How much time does Zomblers have to win this out before UWPL comes back? And is UWPL going to be able to stay consistent enough to bring this in? They are in for an uphill battle, but they have shown from last round that they are not done and completely out of the fight. At least that's what we are led to believe for the time being. May that stay true? Who's to say? I'm not a mind reader, I'm just a caster. UWPL going games and AV, looking to try to safely pick out as many rounds as they can before they have to go somewhere like first floor, which didn't exactly go well considering the rush. But I mean, it's a bit easy to deal with in my opinion. If you had someone over there by desk and you spotted that someone or a lot of movement over by laundry, you hear shield, you know instantly that's a rush. All you need to say is rush, rush, rush. Everyone get the hell back to site. And that's it. You take that round. I mean, it's obviously not that simple when Zomblers is having the better gunfighting from what I see at the moment. But, you know, it still gives you better chances than being offside. And for those who are on site, getting completely overwhelmed. Bubba getting spot and the media jumping from a Fox playing that very aggressively. Gonna push them back, but is not gonna see any eliminations just yet. And looks like Nuke is gonna be pushing up as well. Houses holding that repel. But Warden, Bubba has just far fallen back. And now Zomblers has that full extension already gone. 3 reinforcements have went into holding, study, and statuary. And that has just been effectively thrown away. However, Murray the Dolphin over in top red looking to hold on to their extension. But with the Wamai disc and with the sheer amount of utility that Zomblers has, 2 sets of nades and some EMPs, and Nuke with the concussions and the explosives, it's gonna be hard for him to stay on there forever. And Bubba will actually be able to take one, trying to push up from, I believe that was statuary. And now it's gonna be up to Nuke to try to refrag that, catching the Wamais. Pan actually gonna take Murray the Dolphin out, and that's gonna be, actually, is that the shield down? That is not gonna be shield. And Evo Zero will take lockdown, and the Lion Scan coming in. No one on the shield anymore. Zomblers has a good opportunity to walk in right now if they so choose to. Pan now making her way back up. And now it's up to Frosty Games. Robo and Bubba to make something happen here. They're all playing in different positions, but they're covering their angles, which can help a lot, especially with Bubba over in Steady to watch that AV door walk in. But the wall is open over in Vault. Evo0 down, but not out, is going to get rezzed by Nuke as they vault in and start to make a push. But keep in mind, with 45 seconds left, you eventually have to make something happen. And now with the smoke canisters, that is going to limit Zomblers' options for pushing here. But they're not completely out of options, as there's plenty of hard reach. There's still explosive mine. You still have a line scan. The Kebby call. You got a lot of options here. The only problem is you don't have that much to break the funnel. You're gonna have to trade it out. And with being at the man advantage, you can afford that. So go with it. And here comes the push. Nuke walking straight in, going for the plant. And it seems like they're not really that ready for it, but Frosty Games and Bubba will take two. Evo0 getting caught from the rappel, and now it's up to Evo0, who is offside on the rappel to win this out. And here comes the defuse, but Evo0 will catch him, and Frosty will stay on defuse despite getting shot at. Don't know what that was all about, and now it's up to Evo0 to win this out, but Robo knows that he's over in Study. He's going to have to push this out. Evo0 still doesn't know, but the shots are going to give his position away, but he's still not looking in the right direction, and now he's going to go prone? And Robo's just gonna catch him as he's still prone. Sure. And Robo71 will have plenty of time to get that defuse. And that will be the second round on defense. Now down to 6 and 4. I really don't know what's happening with Zomblers here, but they had a good advantage going in. They just had to trade one and rush in, but instead, they had someone run in and plant, bringing it to a 3v3, and everyone was pretty split with multiple pick gunfights, just forced gunfights not working out, forcing it down to a 2v2, and then the post-plant death, bring it to a 1v1, and then the prone for UWPL. Very interesting. I gotta admit, though, it's kind of interesting that, you know, despite just having a Wamai over in top red and Zomblers taking that control so fast, they never really got rid of that shield. But then again, they didn't have to, as Pan pushed out from mid-red to get rid of, I believe that was Murray the Dolphin, who was over on that shield. So, I mean, it really didn't matter all that much. However, I do find it interesting that they played off their utility well enough to know that they didn't have to sink it, as they had someone to take care of them and no one else really to follow up on that shield. However, with UWPL now going to first floor, this is where the problem starts for them, as they've won all their rounds, and unless they go library, they're going to be on a predictable path of what sides they're going to pick, and that can give Zomblers an opportunity to properly adapt. However, considering UWPL has Frosty Games as Goyo, Murray the Dolphin as Castle, it's going to be hard for Zomblers to just force their way in like they did last round. And with Robo 711 giving a lot of intel regarding the direction of Zomblers' push, it's going to help them a lot to make something happen. They know that one's over in basement, and that is going to be Bubba shooting out the ace charge, exactly like Zomblers did to UWPL when they went first floor. Oh, one of those rounds. Fox already hopped in, and now he's going to have that above control, because look who's above. Absolutely nobody. That's not ideal, especially when Zomblers has Sledge and Iana with the 2 sets of nades. You got the Vert, you have Ace for the charges, and Bandit with active charges. However, despite that, Frosty Games will take houses trying to clear from basement, and we're going to have one still over in car, and it's going to be Evo0 trying to get that refrag, but that may not exactly be worth it, as Frosty Games does a little bit of tap damage on Evo0. If he loses this, that's going to be a huge utility loss. But it's going to back out trying to bait him out, but it's going to still get tagged a little bit and will inevitably fall out. Almost popping Bubba with those headshot holes, wall bangs, but it's not going to be able to pull it off. With Frosty and Bubba both basement, Evo0 really doesn't have a good opportunity to make something happen here. And will inevitably, but smartly, rotate back up above. Presumably, never mind, I was going to say to pop hatch, but it's already soft anyway. There is no need. And there comes the Murray Dolphin taking a lot of damage from above from Sledge, but is still alive, holding an aggressive angle. Murray's gonna almost get eliminated, but is still alive. With a minute left, Vert not doing any work, and Frosty Games will actually get rid of Ace. Though Fox does get the refrag, the damage is done as you have lost your hard breach. That's not going to be really good. However, Fox and Nuke still have 2 sets of nades, which will allow for utility destruction and is going to allow to take some potential picks, as Fox is looking to get very active and make a push in soon. With one still sneaking over in living room right now. Lockdown could still catch Yana. However, that will be Robo instead, but Nuke getting the refrag from above, hopping. And the ping coming out to possibly identify Lockdown still there, with the shots coming out as well. They know where Lockdown is. They know where Bubba is, but they don't know where Murray is. Are they going to be able to make this execute work? Nuke going for that plant, and the Castle gunning for the swing to deny the plant, but is going to catch one. Almost catches two, but Pan is still alive to catch that. But with Bubba over in Bicycle going to give away where he rotated to, which is back up to Red. It's up to him to defuse if they want to keep this going. But Pan is very low HP, with Bubba still at full HP, and still has a Nitro and a Goyos to prevent him from being able to walk in. But I don't think it's going to fully cover that. And with the defuse going out, he gets off the defuse to take that gunfight. He could have actually stuck it there. However, now he's going to commit, and Pan's going to have to run up to stop him, but gets zapped by the wall! Oh, no! Oh, he was walking on such a thin line. Poor Pan. You had fire on your right, electricity to your left, and one tap was all it took to get down, and that's what happened. That is so unfortunate. But Bandit played that so well, knowing full well how low Fox was. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Pan. Correction. How low Pan was, and was able to make that work. I didn't think the Goyle was going to reach, but I truly have underestimated the extent of that range. So, yeah. That was actually crazy. Like I said, when UWPL is able to get onto site, they can truly make some great things happen here, folks. Anywho. UWPL now on second floor. Zomblers has got to be looking a little bit nervous, as they now have a clear shot opportunity at bringing this into overtime. They have closed that gap. Now it's time to finish it out to get this into overtime. For those who thought Zomblers was going to have a clean win on this, it's not looking so clean anymore. Not at all, as they have struggled to pick up another round all the way up to this point. It's hard to say if they're going to be able to finish it here or they're going to go into overtime. However, I am nervous as Mute is playing over by Closet, and that's going to be Frosty Games there. However, they do have a run out prepped. If they gets this right and runs out right now, that is going to be a pick onto Lion. However, and especially with there not being any Claymores, he has a full opportunity to do that. But the timing is not going to quite work out. And pretty much UWPL is kind of spread out heavily. One over in Statuary, one Closet, one Bathroom. And we have Bubba and Lockdown over in Study and AV. Actually, no. Correction. I'd say they're playing pretty close together. Something that is going to be paramount to winning another round and bringing this over to overtime. And now the nade coming in from Fox, but is gonna kill herself. Well, now it is down to a 4v5. Chat, close your eyes, for that is not something you want to see, and or the audience. And we're gonna see an exchange of gunfights coming in as Zomblers bringing that down to a 3v3 very quickly. And now with only Bubba, actually Robo even close to site, Zomblers could potentially walk in to try to get a plant if they wanted to. However, there's really no one on site to do that, or at least on that bout, as Nuke, Houses, and Pan are both below. And with Bubba, Lockdown, and Robo all above. Seems like a major mismatch of where anybody is at the moment, as no one's really looking for anybody at the moment. However, here comes the push up from Houses over by Astro Stairs. Times this right, could get some huge picks out of this, but with Pan and the Lions Can coming in, here comes the push. Are they going to be ready for this? And they're not, as Robo takes one, lock down another. Now it's down to a 1v2 with Pan over by Astro Stairs, but Robo 71 knows exactly where he is. With 30 seconds left, Pan has to take this gunfight. Is she gonna be able to pull this out? Or is this going to be an overtime situation? And she doesn't, as Robo71 stands on the desk. And now we are in an overtime situation. Looks like Zomblers is struggling to take this against UWPL. They had such a massive round advantage. And now here we are. We are actually in overtime. Looks like defense really is the name of the game on Villa. But then again, when it's such a big map as it is, you have an entire floor just for lurking. Well, what do you expect? And here we go with overtime as UWPL back on defense goes over to Aviator and Games. If they win this and on attack they're able to get onto site like they have before, I would honestly be willing to say that Zomblers is not going to win this out. That's like the worst case scenario. They've done really well on defense and they're back onto defense with all of that momentum. And on top of that, yeah, I mean, this is not looking too good for them. They can continue that momentum with overtime starting on defense. And then on top of that, if they are just able to walk up to, or get to site somehow, then that's it. That really is it for Zomblers. But that is very much easier said than done, considering how far Zomblers got up and how fast they were able to ramp it up to get to that point. Anything goes at this goes, if you ask me, considering we're in an overtime situation. Zomblers could have slammed this out, but they haven't. So this isn't just a matter of winning out one round. This is a consistency issue, in my opinion. I really didn't expect this to go as far as it did, but I mean, Zomblers just could not carry through that same momentum. They must be mentally in the wrong place, thinking, oh, we only got to win one more round, but did you get that round? No, you didn't, unfortunately. I would like to admit that Houses is on Cali and is already taken down by Lockdown from the door peak, taking one out from Ruins. And Lockdown's looking to get aggressive to take another. Gonna take heavy damage from the nade. Gonna full spray and a desperate hope to take Fox, but is not. And now the numbers evened out, but Fox has taken heavy damage. Drone gonna spot Jaeger, Robo71, but Nuke will still get eliminated. Despite that, all caught on camera for us to enjoy, and Fox ZB will take Frosty Games out. That is going to be a lot of stall utility out of the way. Actually, all of their stall utility other than barbed wire. The drone spotting exactly where Jaeger is. If they can get a nade over there, that's going to be a free pick, but keep in mind that there are no nades left for Zomblers, so that will not be happening by any means. With Bubba, Robo, and Murray playing relatively close to site, except for Murray over in top red, which is interesting as there's no one over there at the moment, but that will help to cover Bubba from the study push as Evo 0 looks to be going into. They're pretty set. UWPL is set, and Zomblers is going to have to put in some work to contest, which they don't have a lot to do that with other than a hard breach. And the shots coming in from Evo 0 trying to get that headshot. And it is not going to go through. Oh, but some heavy shots going in from Bubba, taking Evo 0 out. And now here comes the walk-in from Fox, and Bubba is not going to catch him. But he will there, and now it is up to a 1v3 from Pan to make something happen here. But it's not looking too good. Gonna sneak all the way into breach. But is the Rebel going to catch him, or is he going to take one onto the bomb? He could, and he will! He's going to point out Robo perfectly, but Bubba, covering from study, is going to be able to finish that one, leading to another round for UWPL. This is not looking good for Zomblers. At no point did I joke about suicide. I was shocked that Fox killed herself with a nade, but at no point was I joking about that. I just said exactly what she did. It's funny that Fox did that by mistake, but that was not related to the suicide. That was more related to the skill issue. But sorry you're offended, I guess, but I really don't care, respectfully. Unless there's another point where I did make a joke about suicide, which I do apologize for, but I don't believe I did. So, I really don't care, respectfully. If that's a problem, pointing out what somebody did, and it involves something that is sensitive to you, get off the stream. Truly don't care. Anyway, with that being said, Zomblers finally calling out a timeout as UWPL is now at overtime match point. It is their opportunity to win out this round. Zomblers really has to tighten out their movements if they're going to make something happen here. They're not looking too good. They've had match point, and ever since, they have not been able to win a round. I'm really concerned. UWPL has done great. They have done really good setting up and not letting Zomblers take them on the initial entry. If anything, turning it around and getting Zomblers at a man disadvantage. That's not good. That's not good. This is an exact contrast to what Zomblers was doing earlier on in the game. They're going to have to tighten things up on defense. Otherwise, this is going to be UWPL's first match. But keep in mind, as I said again, Zomblers usually does a really good job of getting those initial picks. It's just a matter of when they get to site that the problems arises for Zomblers when they were on attack. However, we do have UWPL playing Blitz, Capital, Finca, Maru, Lion. Looks like we're going to see a full-blown rush. However, with Evo Zero and Fox from below, that could prove some problems as they try to walk in. Everyone seeming to be primed in position, and here comes Bubba running in to try to take Castle. The Blind going to come in, do some damage. Robo going to take Fox out, and here comes the chase from Blitz to catch one, but it's not going to be able to finish him as Castle, Evo Zero, is going to closely run away, and House is taking Robo as it looks like the rush starts to fall apart. Murray running in, but Pan will catch him as well. And now it is down to a 3v2 with Frosty Games taking Nuke as well. And it's up to him and Locked Out to win this game. But they are very close to sight. And with one in bar to watch the smoke coming in to stop them, it's not looking too good. UWPL does have 2 minutes, but with the man disadvantage, it looks like we're going to have a pretty long going overtime. And now the hatch drop to possibly catch one from below. That's going to be Evo Zero still there, but he's going to rotate back up to red. And it looks like Lion and Finca are looking for Evo Zero, who has since been long gone. Now with the diffuser back in their hands, if they can just get back onto site, they could plant and finish this right here, right now. Not me. Okay, I was really confused what you were referring to there, so I apologize. There comes the flash. A little bit of damage, but actually no damage whatsoever. They're not looking too good right now. And there comes the Lion Scan. It's going to get caught. Evo Zero running into lockdown. And now it is down to a 3v1 with Frosty Games stuck on contesting the feed holes, which he will take one, but doesn't really know where the last two are. Another flash coming in, gonna get caught by the ADS, and now is onto site. Gonna catch one behind the desk. Is gonna actually take that, but Pan closely in. Gonna be able to get that refrag, as Zomblers is now gonna be in double overtime at this point. I'm gonna be honest, my settings are a little bit messed up at this point, so I really don't know what happens. Oh, okay. Looks like we're at overtime match point. Now, I will have to confer with the admins to make sure that's correct. That could be wrong. It might have to be infinite overtime, but that is how I have it set at the moment. I will have to talk to the staff for the next game. But this is now match point with UWPL on defense and Zomblers on attack. Okay, I'm sorry. I kind of jumped the gun there when you were talking about that. I thought you were being so dead ass at the moment. or being serious. I was like, are you serious right now? I'll admit I'm a little bit dense like that, so I apologize. I don't mean to be an asshole. That's honestly my mistake. I do thoroughly apologize. And I kind of got a little out of hand there. But with that being said, we are now down to the 7-7. It has been such a close match. I mean, holy moly, look at that. And now it all comes down to this. Keep in mind, UWPL has been absolutely dominating on defense, and Zomblers is going to push through that, but they know how UWPL likes to play this, and this is their chance to make something happen. However, we do have Frosty Games over in Closet again. That's going to be one piece of information that is going to be crucial to helping, is knowing that there's going to be someone over in Closet. But if Frosty Games can mix up how he plays this, that can prove disaster, prepping that window for the run out. Yana, hearing that, and is going to be holding close in preparation. And there's the Claymore as well. Zomblers is doing good so far to not lose a life, but that can cost them that Yana clone if Frosty chooses to run out. Does not. Gonna catch Yana on that clone. And now off the clone. The wall getting open. Frosty's Games time is numbered with the line scan coming in as well. But actually he's still up. And Fox will actually take mute. And that is gonna be the first pick. But stalling for a minute. He's done his job to an extent. And with Jaeger over the way in Astro, they have bathroom clear. This is a good opportunity for them to walk out. Now with the breach getting opened as well. That's going to be the Mira out of the way too. And now there's really no way to prevent them from walking into Masters either other than head-eye holes. However, we do have Murray the Dolphin holding close to Master, who could make something happen, and he has before. Nuke and Fox both walked in into Master bathroom. They have the push-up. Catches Robo, walks in, but Lockdown's going to shut that down from Fox. And now up to a 4v3. The wall getting fully open. Lockdown actually being crucial in shutting down Fox and preventing him from getting his push-up, which he likes to do. However, that's not going to work as Pan and Nuke are still in Master bedroom and bathroom with a 4v2. And they're going to be ready to plant with Pan over by the box. But Lockdown still has a Nitro. If she can make her way up there, she can deny this with a Nitro, but the Lions can perfectly time for Evo Zero to get a plant, but the impact is going to catch Evo Zero, and Bubba is going to down him. Now down to a 3v1 as Nuke catches Lockdown. Now it's up to Bubba to win this. Going to do a little bit of damage onto houses, but it's not going to be enough. With a new shield up, Pan is going to have to make another plant, and Bubba's out of impact, so that same trick is not going to work again. And the plant is now down with 40 seconds left. Bubba is going to have to move, but will have to push through a tight funnel. However, with houses, Nuke, and Pan close off each other, they have a lot of options, especially with the shield. And Pan will use that to her advantage to catch Bubba. And that is going to be the close match for Zomblers. Barely winning that game. They had to fight in overtime as they could not pick up a round in match point. They were holding on to 6 for so long, and that's honestly insane. I mean, UWPL put up one hell of a fight, much more than I think anybody could have really expected. I mean, especially with the blowout in the beginning, they were looking at they were really looking at you know, just getting absolutely obliterated. And then we saw them bring it to overtime. And, you know, the thought was, yeah, I agree, 5-minute break. We'll do that. I mean, it really looked like they were going to win that. But then Zomblers was able to get back to their senses and pick up those last 2 rounds. But, I mean, Zomblers just had too many goats that were able to walk in and get the job done. And, I mean, the utility setup, the clearing out of closet was crucial. Honestly, UWPL's probably their biggest mistake was going second floor again. Because Zomblers knows they like to do that. And they clear it so fast. So, I mean, yeah. And here's the thing. Even though they cleared out about, or, you know, mute stall for a minute, keep in mind, that first minute of the action phase is usually meant for just getting in the building. So the fact that you're already dead and you've only wasted the standard time it takes someone just to enter the building, that's not good. That's not good. And then you had the walk-in from Fox catching Jaeger, and that Astro just being off the board, that control really set the downward spiral that we saw for UWPL. But massive props to them for getting it to that point. Their defensive steamroll was lethal. Absolutely lethal. And I give them so many props for that. However, they still have a chance to pick up a point for the next game, as we will be moving on to Oregon. Or at least I believe it was Oregon. Hold on. Let me check real quick. Yep. Oregon, Borgen. That will be the next map. And we're going to take a 5-minute break. And once that's done, we will be back in, ready to go for more action. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hello everybody, welcome back to Flare Gaming League, Zomblers versus UWPL. Boy, did we have one hell of a match, didn't we? I have to admit that I have not seen anything quite like that in these levels in quite a while. But I mean, honestly, gotta give it up for the LATAM region, because that was more of a match as far as being close than I have seen in the games that I cast in NA in a good while. So huge props to Zomblers and UWPL for bringing that all the way to double overtime. Both teams playing their heart out. Both teams making great plays. Love to see it. Love to see it. And I hope there's more of that going into the second game. Such a close match. And I think we'll have something just like that, excuse me, for this game as well. Alright. Do we have both teams ready? Looks like we do. Oregon, right? And Zomblers on attack. Oh, dang it. I gotta set the names again. I hate how it resets the names every time the match is completed. That's like the dumbest thing ever. IDK Lamau. Okay. It is Zomblers on attack. Yeah, it is. Thank you. And here we go. Good luck and have fun, everybody. Here we go. Also, I did screw it up. Yeah, I did pull the set of predictions. So, yeah, those channel points are not coming back, most likely. I'll try to see if I can find a way to refund it. I don't even know why I have pulls up if it's not predictions. That is... I'm just not paying attention. I apologize about that. I'll see if I can refund it. Why would you put channel points on that? I actually don't understand that. That does not make sense. Anyway, band predictions. Floor is knock. Zombie Solus. Let's get into this. Obviously, there's variations. Okay, we do see the floors ban. Great for taking out utility. Pain in the ass when it comes to, where is it? Elbow in basement. And also really good for clearing and making way for a hop-in from the second floor double. Or getting rid of the shield over by kids looking into trophy. And we will see a Thatcher ban from Zomblers, who is very adamant on their breaching, which we have seen before. They're very good about getting that wall up and making damn sure it does. But surprisingly enough, I don't recall seeing them playing like, you know, Bandit or Kate a whole lot. UWPL did, though. So, I'm a little bit confused there. That doesn't exactly make a lot of sense when I think about it more. However, we will see the Solus ban, and here it comes, everybody. The Azami ban. I'm telling you, the Azami ban. Also, I think a ban timer is wrong. Please correct me on that. I don't think it's 20 seconds. Oh, fudge. I didn't change the scene. Ha! Whoops. There you go. That's the Azami ban. You know, I was looking at my face the whole time and I didn't even think about it. And then I looked again, I'm like, why is it my face? Cause it's not the right scene, Dumbo. I should really set up a transition so I can like see a preview. JD does that over at Midwest R6 and I really like that. Actually, I think Stan does the same thing over at the Premier League. I don't know. I gotta ask one of them. Maybe both of them. I don't know. I mean, I got the time this weekend. However, anywho, that is irrelevant. UWPL over in kids game, second floor, and we will see Bubba on the Bandit. Oh, duh. The Thatcher ban is for UWPL, who does play Cade and Bandit and all that electricity. Wait, no, that still doesn't make sense. My brain is fried. You know what? I'm just not going to talk about Thatcher anymore. Zomblers banned Thatcher, and that's the end of it. We're going to see Smoke put up a shield over by drop into attic, which is actually really interesting because I believe you can still see part of the body if you break the right side of the attic wall. And with the Cade and a Bandit, they are fully committing to preventing that wall from getting open. And fortunately for them, Zomblers does not have anybody... Holy sh... Excuse me. Have an IQ or really anybody who can specifically spot out that utility. Although they do have Nuke as Buck, who can open up that holes to help spot the Cade charges. And they have Evo 0 on the Ying as well, which could do some massive damage on the push-up. And Nuke, correct me if I'm not mistaken, Nuke and House, they're already in Z-Hall with a heavy push-up, moving unbelievably fast with the gridlocks as well to block off White and Robo. They're moving super fast on this. I can't believe it. However, it looks like we do have Bubba over in basement, and no one is spotted that. That could prove a major problem that they try to push up from White. And we have Evo 0 going to be hopping in from Kitchen Hall as well. They know that first floor is clear, but I don't think they know that Bubba is there. And we're going to see Nuke actually take the first pick from above over in Kids. But Bubba is still up, ready for the flank, takes House, and now Zomblers is stuck onto White stairs at the moment, or at least Fox is, but he's going to push out, try to clear out Bubba, but he is long gone. However, Nuke closely chasing actually, no. Nuke not even chasing at all. He's still on the vert. Bubba effectively haven't gotten away scot-free, but he is still lurking over in basement, putting on site for UWPL effectively at a 4v3. Actually 4v2 as Lockdown is down here as well, but Fox is going to potentially get caught soon as Lockdown slowly creeps his way up, but the gridlocks is going to cover, and the swing goes in, but no one down. However, Lockdown doesn't have an opportunity to push up, holds prone, and will catch Fox on the prone, even ADSing mid-gunfight. And that's going to be another one of Zomblers down, but Nuke will catch Robo as a response. Evo 0 getting Frosty Games as well from above. And now Zomblers is in prime opportunity to push up onto site. But Lockdown and Bubba both have nitros, but there is nobody on site at the moment. They're in prime condition to plant, and they will, with Pam now initiating the plant. With all the Candelas on Earth, I don't know how the heck you can see anything, but he's going to miss. Bubba not going to be able to connect on the top way as Evo catches him, and Lockdown will take Nuke as well. Now down to a 2v1. Nitro blown. Zomblers will get this plant down. And now it is up to Lockdown to somehow make her way up and make something happen. You're going to take a little bit of damage from those grids, but I don't think that's going to make too much of an impact as she still has about a quarter of health left. And here comes the push-up. Gonna possibly get caught from the head. I holds the drone confirming. Gonna aggress up, but Evo 0 will take him down. Yeah, I noticed that a bit too late, but unfortunately there's a 3-minute delay. So if I saw that when you sent that message, the round would have already been starting, and that would have been really bad. So I'm glad I caught that before it was too late. I have a second monitor for that exact reason, yet I still end up making that mistake. Crazy. Anywho, Zomblers taking the first round. UWPL over in basement, and we have Lockdown with Mira. Frosty Games going to be playing over presumably Elbow or Bubba with the Warden as Evo 0 went Ying, and I don't think they've spotted Bubba yet as their drones are mostly outside actually entirely outside. With Fox getting a little bit of first floor clear droning, that's going to be helping for Zomblers to push their way in. But with no confirmation on Warden, looks like Evo 0 is going to commit unless Bubba is spotted by one of those drones. But it doesn't seem like that's going to matter anyway, as at this point, if they spot him, do you know who you're going to swap to? I don't think so. And now Evo 0 is locked in, and Warden is going to be a problem that is going to have to be taken care of. Still getting hatches. Zomblers could just deal with Warden right now if they are fast enough to catch him while getting hatches. But with the drones positioning more focused on the west main the west entrance, which they are doing extremely fast, as they had a perfect setup with the cross cutting off everything all the way up to kitchen, as we can clearly see. They don't have a way to deal with that. And there goes Warden, exactly as I said, getting caught catching the hatches. You have to get that sooner. You can't be making mistakes like that this early on, or at least trying to aggress off of it when you are in a forced rotation that makes you predictable. And now the Vox having Z-Hall control, and look at that. There is nobody first floor anymore. They have Zomblers has first floor control, they have second floor control, and technically third floor from T3, but I mean, come on. They have full reign to set up however they like right now. But with Fox walking down, Robo does have a chance to possibly take a gunfight to pick Fox off in a refrag. It's hard to say as Fox is just not able to get the barb. I don't really know why it wouldn't break. However, the Cade will get spotted. She does spot the Jaeger. Gonna start walking down Freezer stairs, and Nuke will take him out. Goes for those pre-fires, not gonna catch on. Frosty Games now eliminated. Gonna take Lockdown as well, who's still peeking Nuke. Now breaking that barb, almost gets caught by Robo from the head holes, and here comes the Candelas. Robo partially flashed. Molly also flashed, but it's gonna take one to TCSG. Almost gets another, but Nuke will take that over on Pillar. Now pushed up over by Pillar. Gonna catch Jaeger and take that as well. And get... Is that an ace? No. Was that an ace? Or was that a 4K? I think that was a 4K. But either way, Nuke pretty much setting the bombs off. Just running in with no problems whatsoever. I mean, once Warden died, Zomblers had nothing to worry about. They just walked in for free. And especially with the Yin Candelas as well. They picked Warden specifically to adapt to Ying, right? And was the first operator to die. Ouch. But despite that, we still see Murray the Dolphin on the Warden. We still see Evo Zero locked in on Ying. And yeah, everything's pretty much the same. I hope that's worth it, because it's not good when the person getting hatches is Warden and Warden dies. But Bubba does get the other hatch, so maybe that will be prevented if Murray Dolphin plays more on site and isn't coughed with his pants down from the early round preparation, especially with Zomblers' ability to walk in so aggressively. However, they do have one drone onto site, and that's going to be Evo Zero's on the Blitz over in Closet, which is going to be helpful on what seems to be a bunker rush. Choo-choo, motherfudgers. I can't really swear, so I mean, that was a little cringe. But regardless, we have the Blitz, and that's going to be the walk-in. The drone finally getting shot out, and they are primed and ready. But UPL is 2. We have 2. We have 3 over by E-Box. They are getting ready to go. Frosty Games holding by the elbow. They are ready for this push, and here it comes. Ash getting eliminated. That's going to be 1, and the Lion, multiple picks coming in as Zomblers gets caught, but Nuke's going to take 1, and Lion's going to get eliminated by Frosty Games as well as he pushes up onto the shield. But Nuke and Fox are in. They have Pillar, throw the nade, smoke canister goes out. Vox going to be trying to flank up, try to catch 1, but instead goes and goes for Robo as he clears him out from Freezer. Now it's up to Frosty Games, who is stuck over in bunks. Takes 1. Those last one's over in elbow, and that's going to be Fox trying to push up and catches him with the shotgun. And that's going to be UWPL shutting that flank all the way the hell down. So that's an aggressive play from Zomblers, and they almost made it work. But UWPL was ready. They heard the shield. They heard the motions. They even saw a drone in Closet. They knew something was wrong. Zomblers gave away their flank, and UWPL positionally adapted to it perfectly. And that's exactly what you want to do when dealing with a rush. The fastest free round that you can get. However, if that's what you're going to be banking on to stack your rounds, you're going to be in trouble, as Zomblers is still at a round lead when they are not rushing in the manner that they did. Another thing to note as well, Evo Zero not on the Ying anymore. Instead, going to be going for the Maverick, presumably to go for that attic wall or Thermite. You know, there are options after all. Seems that Evo Zero has not made up that choice quite yet. Based off the droning we see right now, we've got a lot of drones over in kitchen. Looks like Zomblers is going to be going for a quick clear, but they do know that Frosty Games is over there. And they have a drone actively watching him right now. So they have that confirmation that he is over there. In the fast clear coming in with Fox and Evo Zero walking into small tower. Could prove problems for Frosty Games, but if he positions himself just right, he could possibly take them. However, I didn't even realize this. They're first floor. They're not second floor. Pay attention, bozo. But despite that, Pan already getting the wall open, now in showers, and can just walk right in. And they're getting that wall open. They are rapidly breaking open this kitchen side. And Robo will take Fox, though. from above. There's going to be one more by the double. Almost going to catch him on the window holes, but will not. However, we still have an uphill fight over in Dining side. Frosty Games throwing one of the canisters already to prevent them from pushing out. Robo taking another one from above, and that is going to be Pan. Right now looking pretty comfortable, but Bubba almost going to catch Zoe, Nuke doing some good damage, but the headshot will not connect as Bubba is going to be down, but Robo is still alive. Pushing up to Kids, Nuke's going to catch him and will take Bubba for the confirmation, and now has hatch control, but here comes Murray sprinting in to take Nuke out. Frosty Games going to get Evo Zera from sight, and now it's up to Lockdown and Frosty prevent Houses from finishing out this round. Gun stuck in the stairs, nice. Houses does not have diffuser at the moment. Could possibly catch one from the hatch, but just isn't aiming quite right at where Frosty Games was, who's now fallen in deep into Dining. Houses can take sight as long as she can clear Lockdown, but that's not going to really matter as Frosty Games is going to be holding onto the diffuser. And with Lockdown over in Meeting, this is going to be an opportunity to catch Houses on a flank who is looking to drop that hatch, but will do the smart thing and drone for Lockdown, but isn't gonna catch him. Not looking over where Castle is. Could prove a problem unless she pushes that drone up, which she does, and is gonna confirm where the castle is. And now it's down to gunfighting. A little bit of toe tickling there, but Lockdown still alive. Goes for the drop, and Lockdown catches him with a bit of disrespect on the teabagging. And that is gonna be another round for UWPL, as it is now round 5 and we are split. Will UWPL be able to keep this up and possibly get a round advantage on the swap? Hard to say, but either way, the fact that they have 2 rounds and 2 more rounds to go is better. That is a better situation than being on a 4-2. I will give them that. Uh-huh. That's the excuse for teabagging. That's okay. It's okay. I'm never gonna complain about teabagging. I don't think anyone in the audience is gonna, or any viewers are gonna complain about that. But you were caught very clearly teabagging. Come on now. You ain't gotta hide from me. It's okay. Interestingly enough, we do have Pan with a drone over in basement, looking to move that drone up to get him some intel over by Z Hall, and with Zomblers over by Second Hall. Got the Goyle for the utility burn, and no one over in T3. Looks like Zomblers is going to be going for a split site setup with Pan on Hibana. Going to be over... Actually, where are you, Hibana? I would think street side with Evo Zera over by T2. They're going to get a free hop in with the drone confirming that it's clear, and they will be able to make a rotate over into attic, which could possibly force UWPL to pop that hatch early, but Smoke already pushed up to possibly contest that and maybe even get a pick here in just a second. Nobody holding that the box prop up, so that's not going to be an angle that Zomblers has to work with here. But the head high holes comes in as Fox peeks up and will take Frosty Games. Brilliant timing. I didn't even realize you could see him on the stand up there. I thought he had to be on the boxes. But regardless, Evo Zera now pushed up onto attic. Fox looking to rendezvous shortly after. Another drone coming in. However, Lockdown will catch Nuke, but Lockdown is out from house. And here comes the flashes as Pan looks to make her way in. Drone's gonna confirm where the games is, and Evo Zera with Fox already pushed all the way up, and Houses will take one as well. And now Robo71 is stuck trying to make something happen here, going for a bit of free fire, and that doesn't connect, and gets caught by Houses, trying to rotate down White Stairs as Zombler takes a sweeping round there. UWPL still has an opportunity to turn this into an even split. I mean, they're, like I said, still in a better situation than what they were before, but they are back at a round disadvantage, unfortunately.
attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Sorry about that. Still hungry. Yeah, it looks like the UWPL will now be moving on to basement. Looks like they're going for the same composition. I don't think we've really seen a change up much from UWPL, which is quite surprising, to be honest. Excuse me. Like I said, I haven't had dinner. But regardless, we have Bubba back onto Warden again, and is alone on getting the hatches this time around. Is Zomblers going to catch him once again? I don't know, but we do have drones over on that side that could have potentially caught Bubba and put him over in a bad spot. No roamers second floor, 4 anchors basement. Bubba being the only roamer, and is going to get caught by Nuke's drone, and Fox looking to already hop in and chase Warden, but Bubba's going to be playing the safe, saying he's not going to have any of it. Even barricading Freezer to run all the way down back to site. And now with UWPL, 5 people on site, Zomblers has free reign to get these hatches open, which I don't think Pan or anyone from Zomblers knows that yet. But if they do, and when they do, it is free game for them to get all the hatches and everything set up, at least from second to third floor, and even lock it up so they don't push up. But unfortunately, well, actually no, I'm sorry, houses with the gridlock is going to be able to easily do that, putting grids right where everything is, so no one's going to be able to push up while the execute goes down. And with the barricade on Freezer's stairs, which may have been a mistake, that's going to give a dead giveaway to Zombies if anyone tries to push there as well. But with the way Robo is positioned right now, it does not look like they're going to be primed to do that.
Bomb located by attackers.
And now, it's just a matter of time before the execute goes down with the hatches being fully open. 1 over in blue stairs. Robo trying to deny anyone pushing. From Reezer's side, a drone will spot him. And now Fox is going to have a round 2 with Robo. Gonna be pushing fully down the stairs, but Robo gonna get spotted by a drone, still playing passive, and the drone will now spot him. The flash is coming out, and that's gonna be Houses taking 1, but Lockdown getting Houses down in return, playing over by Blue Bunker. And now Robo getting pushed up. Fox taking Murray out. Seems like everyone at UWPL is a little bit pinched, especially now with the Yankandos coming in. Robo 71 or by Pillar trying to take 1, but gets nobody. However, the Nitro will catch 1. Bubba taking another. Eva 0 getting eliminated. Now it's down to a 1v2 in rapid succession. But Nuke getting aggressive, takes 1 behind the shield. But Robo 71 will be able to finish that out by the crossover in Freezer door. Such rapid-paced rounds, and I gotta say, I'm a little bit surprised that UWPL was able to win out that round. Usually having everyone anchoring like that is a recipe for disaster, especially on a site like Basement where there's a lot to do to get set up, especially when dealing with roamers, because there's a lot of mobility options. But despite that, it seems that UWPL really held their ground and denied the entry. I would even say that Warden had... Actually, they have Warden last round. Cannot comment on something I don't know it was even there. However, regardless, UWPL did really well to adapt against the Evo 0 of Yank push and was able to hold on, at least for the exchange of gunfights, holding their crosses, playing closely together,
Attackers have located a bomb.
and were able to stick together despite the utility dump to break them apart. It didn't work. So with that going in favor of UWPL, they're actually going to be on a 3-3 split, something that we have actually not seen, at least from last game. That is a much better situation for UWPL, being at a even no round differential rather than a -2 round differential. Ooh, Lockdown already taking heavy damage from Houses over by Bedroom from the barricade, but is still alive. And with Houses getting away with no damage at all, Lockdown is not going to be in a very good position to be holding angles. As all it takes is a little bit of pre-firing, and that'll be Lockdown out. And it looks like Lockdown's audio is not exactly working. I don't know what's going on there. Huh. Looks like Houses has a little bit of a mirror over by the head height holes. Interesting. You can definitely see that working, though. Love that Robo71 is on the Capital once again. Seriously, an underrated operator. And there goes the mirror getting popped. And Nuke will take one from above. From that, it's going to be Lockdown looking to hop in, but already at low HP. That's going to be an easy pick there. Frost getting Frosty Games holding aggressively into Small Tower. Still up and kicking. That's going to be another variable for Zombler or for UWPL to deal with. As Robo gets down, the wall does get open, but Robo's not exactly in the safest position to be res. However, they will get that. He's going to be back up. The Zomblers is sitting quite comfortably right now with Nuke taking one, Evo or two, and Evo 0 getting Murray on the walk-in from below. I mean, UWPL was just not able to get any kind of setup whatsoever. It's that I'm telling you, it's that deadly Zomblers mix-up that we keep seeing. You know, they don't even let you get in the building. I mean, there's nothing to play off of if you have nothing to work with. Or, I'm sorry, there's nothing to play off of if there's really nothing left. I mean, Zomblers has that distinct ability to wipe out anyone who tries to even walk in the building. Their entry denial is so strong. I mean, we saw two different people take a pick from the double window, and that would be Lockdown, and I believe whoever Therm was hopping in from the double. And we even saw Fox take one from the aggressive Small Tower positioning. They're just so good at it. That's really what makes them strong. At least in this game that we have seen so far. And now, with Zomblers being up on, I believe it's second floor. That's interesting. If they were second floor, where were they first floor? I'm losing my mind today. I'm sorry, everyone. Well, but anyway, regardless of that, Zomblers now on to second floor. Has that same opportunity to aggress again, and they will take it with Houses having a shield, gonna be trying to deny the entry. However, they will be able to successfully get the door open, and Lockdown will actually take Fox. And Zombler, ooh, Pan getting the Nitro onto Lockdown though, but with UWPL effectively having one person in the building, this is where things kind of fall apart for Zomblers' ability to start getting more and more picks. The line stand coming in. Looks like UWPL is trying to quickly push out the one over in Armory, and that would be Nuke, but he did drop the hatch, which is fortunate for him. And now still up and alive, but Bubba will catch him on the rotate from main double, and that's going to be a pick as he pushes up with the rest of the team into Master side. Lions can coming in from Murray the Dolphin, but no one really to capitalize off of that with the way that everyone's positioned at the moment. We do have Zera on the Echo, which can give active scans, and we even have Ace over very aggressive up onto the breach. Echo scan gonna stun, but is not gonna eliminate as he whiffs on a drone, but will finally get that down. Another Echo scan, another concussion. But with the way Zomblers is playing far back, UWPL is in a good position to go for a plant if they cover here. However, we do have Pan over on top white. House is going to take one, and Pan taking another. Seems like it's going to be a bit of a fight for Bubba to be able to walk in and plant, especially with the bunks line of sight onto breach. However, if they can deal with that, UWPL has the opportunity to plant, but Bubba will just take that gunfight anyway. Doesn't need help from his teammate Murray. He'll just get it himself, as Murray is kind of stuck dealing with feet holes at the moment, especially from the shield, trying to get rid of that, but Evo 0 is playing this very passively to not give Lion the light of day to drop the hatch. However, the drop comes in, holding prone, but Murray will actually take that. despite peeking prone, which doesn't exactly work when it comes to Peeker's advantage. Pan taking that shot, and now with 12 seconds left, Murray is going to have to push this from Bunks, but it's going to turn around as Pan peeks out from Bunks and take him out. A little too close for comfort for Zomblers there, with UWPL being able to get several picks off of the breach, which was their whole goal of denying. However, despite that, the vault into plant was a miscall as Pan was still over by top right stairs, ready to take that out, and with no one to cover as Murray the Dolphin was over by attic and was dealing with that drop, which is hard to deal with, especially when you got someone prone there. They can be anywhere. And, I mean, you still have some frames of vulnerability where they can fire at any time. That could be an easy kill. But despite that, was able to get that pick. So, I mean, just playing alone like that honestly did UWPL a lot of damage and unfortunately caused them to lose a round. Zomblers did a really good job playing off of their utility there. The headite holes for the breach, and then the prone hole over by the shield, stalling Lion for so much time. I mean, granted, it didn't ultimately work out, but does it really matter when you're stalling that much time and putting the last person alive on the spot? My opinion, no. Zomblers now going basement. We have Bubba on Blitz, Lockdown on Blackbeard, and then we have Finka and Lion. So it looks like we might see a potential rush, and we even have Robo71 on the Twitch, not going to be able to catch anyone. Wonder if Robo71's picking her for utility or just for the gun. Regardless, the Goyo already being preemptively popped, and that's going to be from Nuke, so we will not see a push quite yet, and with all the Goyos in the way, seems like a rush is not going to be what's happening. However, Lockdown's already on Pillar and going to be able to catch one as he sneaks down. Now down to a 4v5. Here comes the push. Lockdown going to get caught by Pan B from behind. Bubba getting taken out. Now it is down to a 3v2. Up to Murray the Dolphin and Bubba to make something happen. However, Zomblers does not have any active utility that can destroy Bubba as far as the shield goes. And here he comes to push up and is going to fly blind alibi, taking him out. And now it's down to a 1v2. The shield putting in the work to push him out of place, and here comes a push. The flash coming in, but it's not going to work, but he gets the headshot. House is taking Bubba out, and now Murray's going to try to go for the plant, fakes it, pushes to rotate, but is not going to successfully get him. With 1 minute 30 seconds, he has plenty of time to win this out, but 2 drones are going to spot him, and the wide swing pre-fire is going to catch him as Houses cannot get the headshot. So unfortunate. And now, with Zomblers at actually only a 1-round advantage at this point, looks like we're going to have another close game, potentially in overtime. I really don't know what UWPL was anticipating there. It looked like they had a rush composition, but they didn't rush, which is really interesting. But they still made it work. Blitz still provided a lot of utility and forcing out Zomblers' crossfires, which was invaluable in turning those gunfights in their favor, those series of refrags. That was very much well done on their part. However, despite that, Zomblers does go back to basement, hoping to win out that round. Instead, you know, they might be thinking they had a weird strat. It's whatever. So this is their you know, we can still easily win this out. I see something wrong here.
5 seconds left. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Sorry, just was checking messages, that's all. But I mean, I think Zomblers can definitely win this out now that UWPL actually has a standardized composition, not something as rambunctious as what we saw previously with, I mean, the Blitz and the Finka, the Lion. Not really a rush-esque composition, or at least one that is hyper-aggressive in that sense. And even UWPL completely changed their push, looking to do a top-down. Gonna get that immediate second floor control with Lockdown already in from second floor. And heck, we don't even have anybody roaming actually anywhere at all. Zomblers is all on site, which is going to be a good call, as that's going to be time wasted for UWPL, putting that time in to clear off site. However, it's only going to take them a minute to accomplish that, and now they're ready to get hatches open. Is there something I'm missing when it comes to playing basement here? I've been seeing more and more often people who are just not roaming. Is roaming that bad on this site? I'm really surprised by this. It's not just UWPL, Zomblers is doing the same thing. However, we're going to see a rapid movement down into basement from UWPL with Robo, Frosty Games, and even Lockdown, but also a just as fast rotate. However, Zofia, Frosty Games, is committing to this, holding by the box, looking to potentially catch Fox. However, he's got a mirror that's going to cover him. He knows there's one tucked in this corner here. He does have 2 impacts. He could kill him and possibly go for a pre-fire here as well, but the Hambanas are going to potentially pop that. But fortunately, we have houses to get rid of those Hibbanas. Fox going to be taking the first pick, and that's going to be Frosty Games out from the Mira. The pre-fire being so powerful when you know exactly where I are with pinpoint precision. And here comes the Lion Scan from Marita Dolphin, but the smoke is going to block him out. Looking to catch one off of the head height holes, but they're not going to be playing that, except for Houses, who will catch him from the other side, the angle that he was not ready for. But with Murder Dolphin backing out, he could get res, but Fox will take one more from Freezer, shutting down that push, and it's up to Robo to get the res, get that push down, but Blue, and make an execute happen. But with Evo Zero over in bunker, and so many playing out the headlight holes, Pan, Houses, and even Fox by the double, it's going to be a tough take. However, they opt for the drop instead. Robo getting caught from pillar, and Houses will finish it out. And that is going to actually be a flawless round for Zomblers, as they are now at match point. UWPL is in a better situation, though, than they were last time. They only got to win 2 rounds to go into overtime. This is far from over. But UWPL is going to need to start really taking some rounds, as they just lost to a flawless. So Zomblers obviously has some momentum that is going against them. That's not what you want to be dealing with when going into a match point situation. I mean, UWPL, I don't know. It's so weird to see how little that there's been of roamers on second floor, or I'm sorry, first floor or second floor. That is so jarring to me to see that. They usually have 1 to 2 roamers playing in close conjunction with each other while everyone else stays on site. But I guess that rush potential and the aggression you can output, especially with Ying on a board, is just too much that competitive has adapted to sticking to full anchoring. And it works, apparently. I mean, Zomblers made it work there with a flawless round. It truly is something interesting to me that I'm honestly having a hard time understanding. But I mean, hey, teams are making it work, so who am I to judge? I'm just here to observe. We're gonna have Fox over in small tower holding that aggressively, but it doesn't seem that UWPL is all that interested in going that way, rather looking to take control of games and Kid's side to be able to get that vert directly onto site. And what's also worse for Fox is that it's really okay. I say that, but there is lockdown, and that's going to be run out potential for Fox to do some, for Fox to do some damage here, as will my. And it doesn't seem that Lockdown's all that aware, but will drop down, and that's going to be fortunate for him, as that's going to render Fox's positioning not that strong. If UWPL gets control, Fox is going to have a long way to go to be able to retake that. Seeing a lot of rotating from Lockdown over on UWPL, but no real commitment so far. We do have Breach open at the moment. Looks like they're primarily just trying to offset Zomblers' positioning so they can make something happen and get a little bit of movement. A little bit of shots coming in from Robo. Not going to connect at all. Going to take some damage, but Houses will catch one. Nuke and Pan taking the others, and that is the second floor push completely obliterated, as they just could not push out beyond beyond that trophy room. They got stuck, and that chokehold served lethal. I'm telling you, everybody, the most dangerous part of attacking is dealing with the chokeholds. And now it is up to Murray and Frosty to have any chance of going into OT. But it's not looking too good with a minute left. And with the way Zomblers is positioned right now, UWPL is stuck in a rock in a very, very hard spot. And we even have Ramai ready to throw the impact, and that's going to be the shield busted with Jaeger close over as well, trying to wallbang, and he's going to barely catch him, downing him. And now it's up to Murray, who catches one, is about to catch Jaeger, who goes for the pistol whip, but Evo Zero with a teabag and a push-up from rear stage will finish that out, and that is going to be GG's for the night. Zomblers taking it out with 7-4. And what better way to end it out with even more teabagging from the same Capcan, same player, I think, Eva Zera, once again. Now, I won't act like I don't have a bias, because Zomblers has a lot more reputation, you know what I'm saying? They are a much more known team. UWPL, and I've even admitted this, up this point, I didn't hear them. But you got to give props where props is due. They put up one hell of a fight. They put it into double OT on the first map. But when it came to an established map where coordination is everything, and we've seen UWPL be a little bit split and kind of each person doing their own thing, Zomblers was able to take advantage of that. Because you really got to be able to play off each other and rapidly adapt. It's with how often it is played, it's almost to the same extent as Border, where team play is crucial. Obviously, team play is going to be important no matter what, but being able to adapt your positions and change your crosses accordingly is so important. And Border, honestly, along with Oregon, if you have that and nothing else, you'd still be relatively okay, if not well off. And that's where Zomblers was, well off, winning 2 points for tonight's match. Both teams putting up a good fight. And sorry for taking your channel points like that. I will see if there's a way to refund it, or hell, what even happened to your points there? I literally didn't even know you could put channel points into a poll. So that's why I thought it was the predictions, but it was not. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I haven't used my stream manager panel in a while, so oops. But I do hope to get a stream deck soon, which will help me to manage those kind of features soon, so go figure. But I don't have that yet, and that's why, if you appreciate the stream, appreciate the content, be sure to follow me on Twitter at PiercingR6, leave a follow on to Twitch, or even a sub if you're feeling generous. All money goes towards improving the stream. And as always, this has been Flare Gaming League Zomblers versus UWPL. My name is PiercingR6. Thank you for watching these fantastic matches from these great teams, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.